Hey there, welcome back to the garage. Once again, we're working on this Dodge Tin Grill Utiline bed. Going to try to get the metal bottom out of this. If you look at the walkthrough that I did on this, I believe that this metal base was added in after the fact. I'm relatively certain that this is a factory wood floor bed, and this was just cut and slapped down in after the fact. So I think I got to clean it up, but I think I can just cut the welds all the way around and then pull it out, and we'll see how it looks on the bed. And we've got to take that out anyway in order to get these sides and the front off. So let's get started. Now that I have it cleaned out, I've got a little bit better idea what's going on, and I can say for certain this is an aftermarket. Well, it was not an original. We'll say it just somebody added it in. You can kind of see here, it's a diamond plate, so it's diamond plate steel. That definitely was never factory. And if you look at these edges, it's welded here. The edge isn't super straight. Got another weld there. So it's not even welded all the way around, thankfully. It does look like they welded the entire length here. So hopefully I can get that off without damaging too much this rear valance. Interestingly, see we got 4 holes here, 4 there. We've got them over there and there as well. That tells me that this truck at some point in its history somebody put a roll bar in it, you know, kind of like what you see on a macho truck or something like that. Real popular option back in, 80s and 90s. It's also got some bolts that run through. They're carriage bolts. There's a couple there. There's one back over there and one over here. Haven't gotten underneath to see what's going on there. And honestly, I'm not even sure I care. I might just use a cutoff wheel and take the heads off of these, because I've got to use the same thing to get all these welds off. So really that's the next step, is to pull all those welds. Once we have all that done, we can take a look at the bed, the original bed, the wood here, and see what's going on. I'm sure that the wood is rotten and needs to be replaced. What I'm concerned with really are the braces, the metal pieces that hold all that stuff together. I don't want to have to try to source or fabricate all of that stuff again. This thing's been seam welded all the way along here, but this is kind of a C channel, and this piece, the factory one, comes up and over about that far. So I think I'm going to cut on this side of it, and then I can get under it and fold it up, hopefully, and cut it out. Otherwise, it's going to be real tough to get that weld off without going into this host material. There's about 7 of these carriage bolts in here. They're super rusted on the bottom side. Getting them out is going to be a real pain in the ass, so I think I'm just going to cut them. For these corners, I'll just radius it here as close as I can get with the grinder. Then this ear will just fold up with the rest of this part. Alright, now we can see what we're actually dealing with. Yeah, the wood is obviously rotten, but that was expected. They wouldn't have put that diamond plate in if it wasn't. That's all got to get replaced. These bows, I think, are available aftermarket, which is good because you can see this one's pretty trashed. I think you can actually get them in stainless. So what's more concerning, as you can see, there's a lip here, and this lip is welded onto the side of the bed here. You can kind of see, let's see if we can zoom in. You can see it goes in and then folds up. So this is probably all going to have to be removed and rebuilt. A little bit of a pain in the ass, but the reality is it's not a huge task. Looks like on the front it's probably good. I don't see any major rust there. So when I pull these sides off, I'll be able to get to those much easier, and we'll just basically cut an angle. I think it's got a rolled edge on it. We might do that as well, just for stability. Have to do it in a few pieces. Let's see, we've got some here, a little bit there, and then it continues onto the back. Now, I don't know if this stuff was all rotted out and then they put the diamond plate on, or if it was the diamond plate that caused it. You can see over here, got the same issues going on. It ends there, got a little chunk there, but it's just completely missing all the way back through here. And then it continues again back here. So that definitely tells me this bed has to come off. These pieces have to. And I have to replace that. There's no getting around it. When I do that, we're probably going to end up having to remove paint up through here. So at least on the inside of the bed, we probably can't keep the patina, but maybe on the outside we'll still be able to. I still need to remove this chunk. This is a piece of that diamond plate. It's welded all the way along this back edge, but underneath of it is the rear valance that I want to keep. So I'm hoping I can grab it, fold it up, and then cut it off, and then just dress that edge. And again, hopefully it's not rotten like the rest of these edges. Let's get into it, find out. Alright, this rear valance, it's in really good shape. You can see I'm going to have to do a lot of work with the grinder to get this back down to this surface. But generally speaking, it's in nice shape. I'm going to have to deal with all of this. That's going to suck. But it's actually in real nice shape. I've made sure that we're disconnected here and there, and there, so that these sides can come off. So really the next thing is I got to take the steps off, take the fenders off. Once I have those done, I can then unbolt these sides, get those pulled, and lastly we can get this front off. There we go. That's enough for today. Thanks for watching.